Break my heart for what breaks yours. Hello, you beautiful people. I am about to unbox this Daltech iPhone screen replacement because for the second time I broke my screen. As you can see, I've got a crack across there and one down right there. It's kind of like a T. T for Tibor. That's my name. So to unbox this, I will need something very cool, very exciting. It is a mini samurai. See that? That's pretty cool. And I forget who I got this from. I'm sorry, but it's a letter opener. It's the neatest little thing. And I'm not sure how I'm going to open this package because it looks like it's very well packaged. But I'm going to guess along this dotted line right here. I might not even have to use this little samurai, although it would be really fun. The struggle is real, people. I'm not getting into this box. So, the last screen I bought was $20. I could not believe how cheap it was. Maybe 30, but I'm pretty sure it was 20. And it showed. I dropped it, it smashed, but looking back, it was not a very good screen. It wasn't responsive, the color was off. Okay, so there's the box. It opens like that. Once you open it, it's pretty nice. But I will install it and find out what it's like. It's better because it's not broken, so it's obviously better that way. I'll put that to the side. As you can see, it comes with a bunch of tools. It's pretty nice packaging. Oh, an extra SIM card remover. That's always good. I'm always looking for those. You want to power down your device. Hold down the power button. Slide the button over, or whatever that is. Take your case off. I don't even think you have to remove the SIM card. I'm going to leave it in for now. See how that works. So the pentalobe screws, that's pretty standard for iPhone. I think that's the one. And just a small piece of advice, don't tighten them super tight in case you are like I am and you keep breaking your screens. Because you might strip the screws and then you can't take them out. I've done this a few times, but it doesn't get easier. Okay, here we go. I don't bother with the double-sided tape when I put the screen back on, simply because, well, one reason is to save space. I find these replacement screens are not perfectly sized. So that's one reason. But another reason is if I break the screen again, I like that it's easier to take off. So you just want to work your way around the screen and separate it from the metal, and be careful because there are some ribbon connectors. So once you get the bottom up, you want to slide the top down a bit because it's got two, and then open it like a book. It's got these two, I don't know what you want to call them, grooves in there, and those go under the metal frame to hold the top down. Anyways, so that's pretty simple. You open it like a book, and then you want to remember where you put all these screws. And there are two types. There's a tri-lobe one. I think that's what it's called. It's got 3 points. And that's going to be the one you use the most. You have to take 1, 2, 3, 4 screws off this plate here. And if I remember correctly, they're all different sizes. So a good trick, or a trick, that might work for you is if you put your case there and try to line up put these screws down approximately where they come out of, so that you can remember how to put them back. Oh boy, that one was tough. I will have to speed this up. This is taking way too long. You do not want to watch a video in real time, or maybe you do. Maybe you do. It's just you and Tibor having a nice little chat. I can even say a fireside chat. I've got an electric fireplace going. It is getting toasty in here though. Way too hot. All right, so once you got that off, you can take a plastic tool, I'll take this one, and try to pry off that connector gently, of course. And I think there's another one underneath it. Yes, there is. Look at that. How's that memory for nearly 40 years old? Okay, so there's one side. And then there's another ribbon cable up near the top, and those are also 3-point screws. All right, there's one. I really like magnetic screwdrivers. They are a huge help, and it looks like there are only 3 screws here. Once I take off this plate and that ribbon cable, then I basically have to dissect the screen assembly, and it is getting really warm in here. A hat and sweater were a bad choice. Good thing I'm not drinking milk. Air Command fans, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's been a long time, but it is on Amazon Prime. I should not be promoting Amazon Prime without putting a link down below. If you subscribe, I will get a commission. So please use the link to subscribe. All right, so I'm done with the body of the phone. I'm going to put that aside for now. And now I'm going to focus on the screen part of the phone. Take the plunger off. I have to take off that plate there and then that plate there. And this plate actually has Phillips screws. Again, note where each of them goes. And since I'm already using the case, I'm going to just put them above the case in a similar pattern of where they belong. So 3 along the bottom of that plate. If you remember, this is the top of the phone, so that would be the bottom of this plate. And then 2 along the top of the plate. So 3 along the bottom, 2 along the top. This is going to be one long video. But my last video on this was super fast. I sped it up and it ended up being less than 5 minutes. So this will be the opposite of that. If you really want to know how long it takes to replace your iPhone 7 Plus screen. Alright, so I'll put that over here, like so. Not sure if that's getting picked up on the Note 9. Take the speaker assembly off. I think I'm done with the Phillips screwdriver. Let's just double check here. Yeah, those are the 3-point ones. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take all the screws out of this one side. One. Oh, only 2 on this side. That's a bonus. But there's those 2. Turn it around. 3 on this side. Okay, so this would be the top one because I turned it around, or the bottom one, whatever. and this one, the middle, and this one, the other end. I am definitely speeding up this video. I am so sorry it's taking this long. Okay, so once you have that done, then you will want to work on the home button assembly. One, two, three, four, and five. Uh-oh. Ah, why would they do that? They threw a random Phillips one in there. Okay. There we go. This plate is now free to come off. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I can keep this on here, like so. And then comes the trickier part. So I just remembered something. This ribbon cable here just peels off, and it's super scary because it's stuck on there pretty good. You have to be gentle. You don't want to tear this cable because you will need to reuse it. There we go. All right, so that's off. Also, the new screen did not come with this plastic piece here. So I will use the tweezers for this part. And take it off, turn it, and place it on the new screen. Just like that. Now for the home button assembly. That one's really tricky. The ribbon cable is super stuck. And there's this connector here that is hard to take off too. Oh. There we go. All right, so this piece here stays behind, but the rest has to come. Now I've taken this apart a few times and it's still super stuck. And the home button comes out counterintuitively. It actually comes out the front. Okay, so I'm done with that screen. Now everything goes back together in reverse order. And that's easier said than done. I will take off all of these sticky things. Ooh, sorry camera. Take this red protective film off, if I may, right there. Okay. I will move this other protective film away for a sec so I can put the home button in. Feed it up through there, and this is tricky, but you have some holes that will fit around some pegs like that, and then you make sure the button's sitting in there. It's not currently, oh, there we go. Okay, and then that connector has to go through that hole. There we go. And then this has to go together. Oh, look at that. I did it. This part here is really tricky because you have to feed these ribbon cables through without damaging them, without folding them. It's kind of tricky. It's doable. I did it a few times, but it's not easy. It never gets easier, no matter how many times you do it. I almost don't want to tighten it, but I have to, so I will. So the one random Phillips screw, let's put that one in there. I'm really not liking how this ribbon cable is sitting. So I'm not going to tighten it very tight. Not too tight. There we go. Now, I don't remember. 1, 2, okay. So that's correct. There were 2 here. One and 2. And then 3 here. Now I find this to be probably the trickiest part. I already have this camera housing in there, which is nice. But now I need to put everything back. I really want to do this right. Don't want the camera to be crooked or anything like that. This looks right, but it does not feel right at all. At all. Oh boy, okay, let's do this. Okay, now that that's done, close the book. So if you remember back in the beginning, and this goes together like a book, like this. Boop. So let's see if it lines up. Fingers crossed. I think I can just use my fingers. Fingers. There's one. There's another one. And the last one here is a little bit different. All right, they all snapped into place. Metal plates. And the screws with the 3 things. I think this is it. Last screw of the day. Oh no, there's 2 more after this. All right, now, remember the top hooks in, like so. And once the top is hooked in, oh, I just pushed the power button by mistake, but that's actually a good idea. You do want to, I should have done this before, you do want to test it out. Make sure you put it all together fine, but it's kind of late if I didn't do a good job. And the screen's looking good. Yeah. Good enough for me. All right, let's squeeze it all together. Nice and tight. Okay. It's not a bad cover. Not a bad cover at all. Now I need the pentalobe thing. Where is that pentalobe one? There's one. And there's another one. Boop. All right. Good as new, good as new. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.